What's going on, everybody? It's Wednesday. No, it's Thursday. Yeah, 24th, October 24th, Wednesday. I delivered that last load yesterday. I had this load assigned yesterday, but it was a kind of a mess. I don't know if it was a miscommunication. Well, it was a miscommunication. Let me explain. Now, listen here. Let me explain. My dispatcher told me to say, hey, let me know if you want to load or not. How many hours you got left or whatever when you get done. So I let him know I had 7 hours left. He was like, okay. So I drive to the nearest pilot so I can get fuel because I'm pretty much running on fumes. And I get fuel and all that, and I'm sitting and waiting. He had a load going, picking up in Cleveland, Ohio, some kind of racks. Tarp needed to be tarp going to Salt Lake City, Utah. Just swing into the shop, take care of what I needed to take care of, and then head to Salt Lake City, Utah for a Monday delivery. I was like, sweet. But then that one got canceled. So then he said, well, I got another one picking up out of Cleveland. Coil rack going, not a coil rack, a steel coil going to Carroll Springs, Illinois, which took me, right at the shop. Just drop the load, go take care of what I need to take care of, and get another load. Well, then he said, is that okay? And I said, yeah, that's fine. It's, measly 400 some miles. But,
are they both closed? You're going eastbound or what? Left lanes or?
But,
middle and left lane are closed, eastbound and right lane.
So,
all these jerk offs here.
Shit, just shut that off. So I went ahead and accepted the load. And then he sends this confirmation sheet. So I look it up and I type it into the GPS and it's going down to Pennsylvania. I'm like, what the hell? So by that time I only had like 5 hours and 45 minutes or something like that left on my clock. A 2-hour drive there, plus wait time, loading time, chaining down time, and tarp time, and then time to go find somewhere to damn park. So I told him, I said, man, you told me Cleveland. I'm going like, he told me it was like, it's only a 20 or 40 or 30 mile difference. And I'm like, no, I don't think so. So it was a long, drawn-out process. Like, yeah, you have enough hours, you can go, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, dude, I'm not doing it, man. I don't care. You told me one direction, I was going to go that way. Now you're telling me a different direction. No way. No, screw it. Well, I already booked the load. Well, I said, well, maybe you need to learn how to get your damn load information when you pass it on to me. Make sure it's right before you get me to consent to a damn load. I said, this ain't on me, it's on you. Phone calls and texts galore from the manager to the dispatcher. I didn't answer none of them, man. It took me a damn nap. Woke up. And he said, well, I rescheduled it for tomorrow morning. Be there at 8. I was like, okay. Well, and finally, when I woke up, I had the actual dispatch for the load on our SMS, the text message. And it was another address for a pickup. So I scrolled back through our conversation, and he's got me 2 different pickup information. So I take screenshots of them. I'm like, hey, well, which pickup do I go to? Let me know ASAP. So I know exactly where to go. They're both ATI, but 2 different places. One's in like Midland, PA, and the other's in what was it? I can't even remember it. And they're like 50 miles apart, 60 miles apart. So he texted me back later that night before I went to bed. He said the Midland one is on. I said, well, maybe that was our confusion. You know, I mean, I don't know how the hell you got two different damn addresses with the same pickup number, but now I'm supposed to go to Midland because the first one that he told me, it was over 2 hours away. But the Midland one was only 50 miles away. It was only, 45 minutes to an hour away. So that could have been our big confusion right there. That, I mean, it was just basically a big screw up. But he never admitted it. You know, he never acknowledged it. Said, yeah, that could have been it. But that's just one thing about this company is you've got to stand up for yourself on situations like that. If you don't, you'll get screwed. He screwed me once. I was in New York. It was last winter. He's all feeding me this bullshit, and I was just new to the company, so I wasn't too sure on how much bullshit they feed you or anything like that. But yeah, I was in New York. I was picking up some steel rods. It was a no tarp, and I sat there and waited and waited. I was there for hours, man. And then my clock is just ticking, and I'm like, dude, there's no overnight parking here. I said, they don't load me soon, I'm out. I'll come back tomorrow. They'll still load, He's like, no, you can't do that. And I'm like, well, yeah, I can, because I'm not going to be stuck here. There's no overnight parking. And the way to get into that place was like 20 miles or 15 miles of nothing but 2-lane road with ditches on each side. There's no on-ramp or off-ramp to creep to or nothing, man. So he said, well, I talked to the broker. They called him, and they're going to get you loaded pretty soon. Just sit tight, sit tight. So basically, I believed his ass. And by the time I got loaded, I had I think 20 or 15 minutes left on my clock. And I ended up getting screwed bad. I was sitting on the damn turnpike in the interstate of New York. Sleeting, freezing rain out. I'm sitting on the side of the highway with no hours. I got screwed bad on that one. I told them straight out. I said, man, that shit'll never happen again, and it hasn't. There was a load. I was in Texas. He was trying to get me to go to LaPorte, Texas, and I was the hell was I at? Like Lubbock or something, or Dallas. Now, LaPorte is the suburbs of Houston. I used to live in LaPorte. And he's telling me, he's trying to talk to me into this, I was like, dude, with the amount of hours I got, with the drive I got, and then I'm going to have rush hour traffic. He said, oh, no, traffic is fine in Houston. You're okay. And I'm like, dude, you're in Moldova. You don't know shit about traffic in fucking Houston, man. Shut your mouth. So that was one situation I was just like, you're not, I told you you'd never screw me like that again, and I meant it. It's like I told them last night, I said, man, I gotta look out for me, my hours, and my license, my points on my license. I said, the thing about this smaller company is they really don't consider the fact, they're like, oh, you have enough time to get there. And I'm like, yeah, I have enough time to get there. I give you that. But do you know how many trucks are in them? Because a lot of flatbedders will know when you go to steel plants, man, you could be, you could be the first truck, you could be the 5th truck, you could be the 20th truck behind people. You could sit there for, I've sat at steel plants for, 3, 6 fucking hours. So for them to say that, oh, I'll be fine, you'll be fine, it'll all work out, you'll be fine. So, and I was like, well, what if it doesn't? What do you expect me to do when I have no hours left and I'm loaded? And I can only go 3 miles an hour before I'm kicked on duty. So I have no creeping time to get anywhere, if there is anywhere to go. No response, of course. Just, you have enough time. Come on, you got to do this, blah, blah. They were trying to offer me a $150 bonus and shit to go. And I was just like, you know what? You can keep your $150. I don't give a fuck. I give a fuck about my license. I give a fuck about getting caught. I give a fuck about, once I go on the drive and I'm over on my hours, I'm in violation. So what? Then the next 14 days after that are going to be a asshole pucker every time I go through the scales, or hoping I don't get pulled over for a logbook inspection real quick, because that's already happened with this company. What the hell? So, you know, basically I just dug in my heels, man, and you know, this is it. This is what I'm doing. And you can do whatever, you can say whatever you want, you can do whatever you want. It ain't gonna change the fact that I'm gonna sit my ass here and not move. So it's pretty interesting. We have those conflicts, not all the time, just once in a while. So it's just one of those deals. I texted him later that night. I was like, hey, you mad at me? And he's like, nope, not at all. He's like, what can we do? It happens. I was like, yeah, it does. But you try to talk me into something again, and motherfucker, it ain't gonna work. But yeah, I'll be glad to get this damn coil off, so I'm gonna end up sitting all weekend in Illinois, unless they could get me a load out Saturday. But by the time I get to Illinois, man, I'll have 35 hours left, which for doing long runs, that ain't really shit. So I'll just sit the weekend, start fresh Monday, hopefully get something going out west, northwest, southwest, somewhere around there. Yeah, I woke up this morning, it was like 40 degrees. I was like, it's cold. Yeah, we got 376 miles to go. And it delivers tomorrow around 10. I got all the time in the world. And you know, that place I was delivering to, there was no overnight parking. There was nowhere to park if you needed somewhere to stay. I mean, nowhere in distance where you could creep. Not even, I mean, like 3 mile an hour creep, you know. I have to stay in first gear. First gear on the low side of that gear in order not to get on the drive. And I don't know if there's a distance, you know, like some of them have a distance, like you can creep, but you can only go, you know, 2 miles or a mile, and then it'll kick you into drive. So it is what it is. We're on this stricter ELD, so they're just gonna have to get used to it. You know, before we could creep 25 mile an hour before it kick us on duty. Or on drive time. I mean, that's a hell of a know, I mean, with that, I could do something. Can't do shit with 3 mile an hour, hell. It's the way it is now. Turnpike construction, they needed to do something here, dude. It was terrible. They would beat the shit out of your truck. I don't know why I didn't go in
No engine braking ahead.
that left lane. Make up my mind if I'm hot or cold. It's 45 degrees out. Put the heat on a little bit. It's too hot. Put the AC on. It's too cold. Gotta get it in the
In a half mile, keep to the right on West North Avenue, IL 64, and then turn right at 280 feet.
Oh, ready to get this over with. I'm taking a 34-hour restart this weekend.
In a quarter mile, keep to the right on West North Avenue, IL 64, and then turn right at 280 feet.
We're looking for specialty rolled metals. got the green light. I got the green light. I got the motherfucking green light. Half a mile, take a left on St. Paul Boulevard. Hopefully I can get in and get out, you know what I'm saying? Get back to the shop, get my shit done.
In a half mile, turn left on St. Paul Boulevard.
I gotta do laundry. Looking for 457. Heard the office date, man. Office date.
In 0.2 miles, turn left on St. Paul Boulevard.
This looks like it right here. Must be down yonder. Ah. Yep, on the right.
Approaching destination in a quarter mile, on the right side.
Rush Truck Center. Easy, girl. Easy, killer. Easy, killer. Settle down there, Chico.
Approaching destination in 700 feet, on the right side.
Oh, you know, I've been here before. I've been here to pick up before. This is that place where it's real a pain in the ass to get in. Yep, this is it.
You have arrived at your destination, on the right side, 457. St. Paul Boulevard.
Fuck. Might be here a while. Alright, wish me luck. Well, here I am. Here I sit. I went and brought my paperwork in. And you got to check in on this computer. And it said my time was supposed to be 2:30. I was like, wait a minute. So I went and found somebody. He was like, yeah, your appointment's at 2:30. But my dispatch time says 10 to 12. So I just contacted my dispatcher again and was like, listen, man, this load's been a nightmare. One confusion after the other. Well, that's what I gave. You know, he told me, he gave me, let me see if I can pull it up on my phone. He gave me 12 to 1400 or let me pull it up and see exactly what he said. Yeah. He said that the one that I sent you says 12 to 1430. And I said no, because I sent him a screenshot of the one that he sent me. It says 10 to 12. But it is what it is what I told him, and it's no use arguing about it. They're going to call me when it's ready, when I'm ready to get in there, I guess. What a nightmare. So, yeah, here I sit. It is 10 o'clock. So y'all didn't wish me luck like I asked. I've been here before. Actually, this was the first load that I've had with this truck. I pulled out of here. Specialty Metals. So, as soon as I pulled up, I was like, yeah, I remember this place. Alright. Oh well, we'll talk to you later.